post-rock, noise rock, post-hardcore, the final chapter for now. So we're going to start off with Intronaut, who are a progressive post-metal band from LA. This was initially kind of sold to me as Mastodon meets ISIS. And it kind of makes sense, but Intronaut are definitely more technical than both. A little more mathy. It just doesn't rock as hard as Mastodon, and it's not as immersive as ISIS. But even still, Intronaut are a cool band. They've gone on to put out 6 albums. This is the first one, the debut album. It's called Void, and it came out on Goodfellow Records, Canadian label, in 2006. So yeah, I've heard a couple of their albums, and they're definitely cool. But they had one called Valley of Smoke that came a little later. That one was pretty awesome. Do, make, say, think. You're a history in rust. So, Do, Make, Say, Think are an instrumental post-rock band from Toronto. And this is their 5th of 7 albums, and it came out in 2007 on Constellation. And apparently this sticks out amongst longtime fans of the band. But I really wanted to be into this, but I find it's just too subtle for me. It's just nothing really getting my attention, at least on this album. This is Shot by the Jesus Lizard. This came out on Capitol in 1996. So, the Jesus Lizard are a noise rock band from Texas, and this is their 5th album. They put out 6 albums, all in the 90s. Crazy vocals, underground legends, very influential, very unique. And they haven't put out any new music, but I think they've toured in recent years. Finally, this is Locrian, Catastrophism. This is actually well, I'll get to that in a second. Locrian are an experimental metal band from Chicago, and this is their most recent of several albums. What I was about to say is that this is a double album of sorts. There's a new album. And then Ghost Frontiers, which is a bonus EP. This isn't a double album, it's a standalone EP. So I've heard all of Locrian's albums, and they're all interesting. But they never made an album that I really loved. But they're still a unique band, and I'll always check out what they're doing. And they've done quite a few collaborations over the years with different artists. And I have this one, and this is called Bless Them That Curse You. It's Mammifer and Locrian. Mammifer is another project of Aaron Turner, formerly of ISIS. Like Locrian, instrumental. Much more minimal. But I think it's a pretty cool album. So all these types of bands, I could go on and on. I probably have a couple hundred CDRs of this stuff, but I don't really show or talk too much about CDRs here. But if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I made a ton of videos. Old Man Gloom, ISIS, Today is the Day, Yesu, Keelhaul, Pelican, Neurosis, Botch, 5, Torch, Cave In, Converge, Melvins. I've made videos about all these bands. Maybe not their own, but so lots to see. I love that stuff. Mentioned a lot of the classics in my underrated albums, or maybe my favorite Canadian albums, my favorite non-metal albums. I've sprinkled them in all over the place. But where's some other albums I just kind of want to give a shout out to? There was an album called Sailors with Wax Wings, and I think it was just a one album project. Came out probably in like 2010, 2011, and it's not streaming from what I can see, but that was a really cool one back in the day. You know, they're more of a kind of a alternative rock shoegaze thing. Hum, I got acquainted with them way after the fact. That album they put out like 3 years ago, I thought that was amazing. That was like album of the year. I don't own that one, but that was an incredible release, and their old stuff's pretty good too. Yeah, I mean, speaking of shoegaze, I definitely am no expert on the genre, but my favorite album for that stuff is Slowdive Souvlaki. I saw them live one time. It was an awesome show. And some of the bigger names were Narrowhead, Slow Crush, Nothing. I love all that stuff. So that's it. Thanks for watching these videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.